We are going all the way. We're not just going to patch a little here and there. We're going to fix it. And it's not going to be easy, but that's exactly what's going to happen. So for the next little bit, I'm going to be using a cat claw, is what I've always called this. It's basically just a little tool that you can drive down into the plywood underneath of the nail that's driven in there and pry it out. This will make it a little bit easier to remove, so it's not quite as much, prying on it, especially if it's been nailed somewhat correctly, which we'll find out. So I'm just digging up underneath the nail and pulling it out. It's not a lot of fun. It's not rocket science, but it's just something that has to be done for right now. It's going to allow a couple things for me. It's going to allow me really to see underneath these joists to the main beam. Which is important so I can really assess what's in there. It's hard to tell what's underneath there exactly. So you get it opened up. I knew what to expect, but until you see it, it's hard to tell for sure. All right. I'm just trying to find the nails. I don't really see a lot of nails on this one. There's no electric in here today. We were transferring the electric over into our name. The last few days, the electric was on just from, from the previous owners. The Masonic Lodge owned it. We bought it straight from them. Or, well, not straight from them, but they are the first person that sold it to us. We did it through a realtor. If you know anything about the Masonic Lodge, throw it down in the comments. Some people seem to think that it could be haunted. Let me know what you think about that. You think it's haunted? I don't know. I haven't had anything happen to lead me to believe that it's haunted as of right now, but it's only day 6. We'll see how it goes. Just looking for nails, see what else is left securing it. Just a little piece here on the end. There it is. Something right in here. You can see if you get the nails out of it, this lifts right out. A little bit sore today. I had some type of a temperature or fever last night. I'll kick my ass for a little while. Woke up this morning kind of feeling it. Took some Tylenol. Figured I'd work my way through it like I always do. Throw this in the dumpster. Got us another dumpster coming tomorrow. This is the back door to outside that we're working on. We don't have any electric, so I'm just going to let the camera run and we're going to stream for as long as the juice holds today. I was not prepared. Everything is not fully charged, but we'll just run with it. I said we were going to live every day, and we're going to live every day. Every day that we're here, and it's okay. So if I'm not doing a live, I generally try to do a short. And the reason why I'm not doing a live is because there are people here that have requested that they don't feel comfortable being on the live stream, which I'm okay with. No worries. But if you're wondering, that would be why I wouldn't be live streaming on some days or at some points during the day. May just throw the camera on mute, kind of point it in a direction of something and let it stream, but there won't be any action going on. Well, there'll be action, but not that you could hear or see. Because I will definitely respect the client or anyone that wouldn't want to be on a live stream. At this point in my life, I have come to realize that everything we do, everywhere we go, is already being recorded. They record us through our phones and through multiple other devices. So I thought, hey, why not just live stream it anyway, because I'm already being recorded, so it's not a big deal. Other than the fact that I'm like talking to myself. Well, I'm not. I'm talking to you guys. I can't play the radio, which is a drastic change for what I'm used to. I'm used to just putting on a local radio station and letting it play. It gives some kind of background for the working. Keeps you, if you play like music that has a little bit more of an upbeat, you'll keep a little bit better pace throughout the day as well, because you kind of work along with the beat of the music. So what I'm doing is I'm just going joist to joist, which is the large section of lumber that's under this piece holding it up. That's what you would fasten this plywood to, is the board underneath. Those are 16 inches apart generally on center, or they can be farther apart than that, but generally it's 16 on center. So I'm just finding the nails, we're going to dig them out. Yeah, I was not feeling very good last night. Still not 100%. I didn't bring much coffee with me because I'm like, oh, I'll just make some when I get there. And I got here and the electric's off, and I'm like, no, the struggle is real. So probably gonna pull this up and maybe go get some coffee. Like a 5-gallon bucket of coffee. Pop the head off of that one. The thing about doing this kind of work is not a lot of stress involved at all. I project managed for 7 years, multiple millions of dollars worth of work at a time. Everything from commercial buildings, hospitals, universities, to custom homes. And it's stressful, especially when you're running multiple projects at a time. You're counting on other people to get things done. They don't show up, they don't call. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's real tough. Stress level wise, just as through the roof. You know, you have draws to meet, deadlines to hit, people to keep satisfied. It's easier to keep people satisfied if you have full control. You know, I had my own company for a long time. I'm used to having full control of how the customer's treated. It's definitely a little bit different to work for somebody else and they tell you what you should be worried about, which is profit. I don't know, it's a little tricky. Not impossible, but tricky. This, you just work. Might be a little sore, a little tired, but go home, not worry. Come back the next day, do it again. Whereas when you're on salary project managing, it's 24/7 on your mind. You can't carry on normal conversations because you keep thinking of things. You know, conversations outside of work that seem less important than your work, so you'll drift off. I don't know, it's not good. Not good. People around you suffer a lot, you know, your loved ones, because you're just not engaged. There's a little more fun in doing remodeling. You have to put your own personal touch on it a little bit more. one big screw sticking up right here. Not going to be very fun to try to get that out, I don't think. Bigger pry bar for that. Got a screw right here. Missed one somewhere. Oh, see it. If that's one or not. Yep. Half that row. Holding here somewhere. I'll just pry this up out of here, but I'm not letting herk and jerk on it too much right now. Try not to dump all this stuff down in there. Just be more stuff we're gonna clean up. It's a bit of a hodgepodge mess down there. That's what they've tried. Looks like we're going to have some work to do. Interesting. If that rock ledge continues down through there, that'll be pretty good. Maybe I'll use that as put a sill plate on top of it. Let me show you what we got here. So hopefully, all right. It's hard to see. Maybe I'll get my light. That might help. We don't have any electric in here today. We're getting it changed over from the other people's name to ours. Oh, I can't see that either. How about that there? going to shine the light here in a way which you can actually see. Okay, that's pretty good. So you can see here, how they have the floor joist sitting down on a rock ledge here. If that rock ledge continues across there, and if it continues this way, that will be great because we can remortar, resecure, and potentially put a green plate on top of that to set the new joist on top of. That would be great. If not, I was thinking about doing a independent suspension here of this subfloor, which I would put some beams across with some concrete footings, like basically a square or round footing, and then put a post on top of that and run a beam under these, but we don't really have the height to do that. The floor is very close here. It's farther away on the other side of the building here, which is interesting. They have done everything they can, and they shored bricks up. You can see here it's just kind of a hodgepodge of things. That one was pretty rotted there at one time, it looks like. Yep, nothing but fun. We're going to continue. I'm going to adjust the camera here. Pulling this up. I want to take a look underneath of the floor. Best I can here. There we go. Now, what I would like to inspect is what is underneath of here. I should be able to add the camera on my phone on the Mevo. Let's see. It's going to be quite a bit of work. So it looks like to me they've put, these are 2x8s. They've tried to sister along there. Yeah, that's why they didn't hold. Interesting. All right, well, we'll just keep pulling this up for right now. thinking we have to probably pull up this half of the floor at once, and then we'll do the other half. To pull up this side underneath the steps, it's just a job, but hey, no worries. We'll get her done. Like I said, I wasn't feeling good last night. I had some type of a fever. Just kind of piddling today. Doing some inspecting, getting things ready. Seeing what all we need. I have not made any kind of Home Depot orders yet. Got another dumpster coming tomorrow. We're still in the demo phase at this time on day 6. So I think we're making great progress. Kick some butt over the weekend. Off. Plywood's a little cleaner. A little bit easier to see where the nails are. Coming right along, we got multiple different kinds of material here. We have OSB board, which is a particle, like a chip, a wood chip and glue. We have a plywood, which is layers of solid wood glued in opposite directions. Much stronger than the OSB, much more expensive as well. I'm going to be putting back a plywood that is somewhat water resistant. It can withstand a lot of water, a lot of moisture without buckling or causing any kind of a problem. I can't think of the name of it right now. There's different names depending on where you get it from. I'm going to be getting most of my materials from the Home Depot local here. Coming right along. Yeah, I took a couple Tylenol this morning. I think it's keeping that fever down because I can kind of feel it. Feel a little sweaty going. Good to get your immune system built. My immune system built back up. Whenever you get into remodeling, tearing out old stuff, you get exposed to a lot of things. You know, I mean, there's things been tucked away in here for 100 years, growing mold and mildew. When you open up, you know, areas that haven't been opened in a while, you never know what you're going to get a fresh breath of. Probably not going to be that fresh. Just trying to dig this out. That one's coming out very well. Coming out. I had a guy tearing me up in the live chat the other day because I wasn't answering questions. I'm not looking at the live chat right now. I'm working. I don't have quite enough viewers to have somebody monitoring the live chat. But hey, believe me, if we get to that point, I will have somebody checking it out, keeping the tabs on it. We got to get 8,000 subscribers before I can show the outside of the house. So please like and subscribe if you're checking this out. See if we can get this piece up. Do what we do when we do it. Must have missed a couple. Whew. It's amazing to me. People just hodgepodge shit in. I mean, you're doing the best you can, especially if you don't have a chance to be able to just really, truly open it all up and work on it. It's hard to fix things. It's hard to fix just opening up a little bit and fixing it, not when it's this bad. It's really not even bad. I mean, you think about it, this is lasted with no plastic underneath of it. There's no vapor barrier down. There's no sump pump. There's no perimeter drain system. This shit has lasted a long time, considering all those factors. I think the rock and the brick is acting as a wick system, and it's wicking the moisture up and out. That's the only way it's lasted this long. Because underneath here, it's not even flat where water could drain. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have some areas that are holding some water. But the property in general is dry. I mean, we're kind of at a high point here, so. Yeah, I mean, there were rocks and bricks and shims and you name it. They tried it all. They used it all. I'd say this is going to have to come up about 4 inches from where it's at right now, maybe more. All right, I'm going to keep pulling this plywood up here. Let's give you a little view here of what we got. So I'm going to be pulling up this plywood section. This is all things that have been patched in the past. Let's see, we have the rock. Hopefully you can see that. Have a rock foundation, hand-laid rock foundation, or footing, more or less. And then we have the brick on top of that. This is the stairway to heaven. I call it that because by the time you get to the top, you feel like you might be going to heaven because your heart is beating so fast. That's where we're at for now. Looking good. Coming right along. All right, I'll set you back up over here. Said we do not have electric today. We've had electric up to this point, but we've got to get it changed over into our name. I'm just going to run this live until I'm out of battery. I'll have to go home and get charged back up. Remove my mics out of the way. This stuff is expensive. You'd think technology would get cheaper as it got better, but no. Oh, all right. I'll tell you right now, I'm a third of the man I used to be. Before I started doing all this managing and riding around the truck for the last 7 years, I am out of shape when it comes to what I used to be working-wise. Never was much of a gym guy. Let's work hard. Work a little too hard to go to the gym afterwards. Most days, or too lazy to, whatever you want to say. Just using a cat claw to pull the nails out of the plywood. Then we could just lift it out easier without so much prying, jerking, which is not good for your back.